Ava is a sweet, intelligent 23-year-old girl who is completing her education at university. Her dream is to succeed and make her family proud. But a dark cloud looms over her dreams, taking the form of her teacher, Randy. Randy is a cunning and cruel man who harasses every girl, but his eyes are especially fixed on Ava, and he never misses an opportunity to trap her. The first time Randy threatened Ava, he warned that if she did not obey him, he would fail her. Hearing this, Ava's heart sank. A deep fear gripped her. If she really failed, her entire life would be ruined. She kept telling herself to be patient and that this difficult time would pass, but Randy's terrifying behavior made her life miserable. Will Ava bow down to the cruel threats of her teacher, or will she fight for her rights? Every day Ava went to university, but fear and anxiety reflected in her eyes. She wanted to tell someone about her troubles, but the chains of fear kept her silent. Randy kept trying every possible way to get close to her, and Ava felt this nightmare would never end. Her exams were approaching, and Randy's threats were intensifying. Ava's studies began to suffer, but her courage remained unbroken. She thought that if she did not obey the teacher, her future would be destroyed, and she could not bear that. How will the teacher's shadow affect Ava's life? Will she be able to conquer her fear? Under the shadow of threats, Ava's loneliness and fear. Ava's life had become a prison of fear and anxiety. Teacher Randy's threats and harassment grew day by day. Every time he told Ava that if she didn't obey him, he would either get her expelled from university or fail her. Her heart was restless. With every exam, she felt suffocated, but she didn't want to give up. All her efforts focused on one thing, not letting her career be destroyed. Yet Randy's threats weighed heavily on her. Will Ava be able to break free from Randy's terrifying hold, or will her future be ruined? Ava tried, secretly from her friends and family, to rid herself of the fear inside, but Randy's eyes seemed to follow her everywhere, in the university halls, classrooms, and even outside the campus. Her loneliness and fear grew with each passing day. The effect of Randy's words started showing on her performance. Doubts began swirling in her mind. Would she really fail? Would Randy ruin her career? But her courage still lived on, and she was determined to do whatever it took to fulfill her dreams. Will Ava stand up to fear and change her destiny? A terrifying night message, Randy's horrible demand. One day, Randy told Ava to come to his house at night or he would fail her. Fear surged through Ava's heart, but she had no other choice. She decided to secretly go to Randy's house without telling her family. The dark night and empty streets only increased Ava's fear. Her heart pounded faster, but she tried to hide her fear. When she reached Randy's house, the atmosphere inside was terrifying. Randy offered Ava a glass of alcohol, something she had never tasted before. For the first time, Ava took a sip and felt as if her entire life was changing. Will Ava be able to keep this painful secret, or will it become her downfall? Will the father's struggle lead to justice, or will the mountains of oppression defeat him? Ava encouraged her father and told him that he was not alone in this fight. Together they began the battle against this injustice, but the path was not easy. The search for justice, the beginning of the father's struggle. Ava's father did not lose hope. He started making every possible effort to get justice for his daughter. He went everywhere, contacted every relevant authority, but no one was willing to listen. He decided to overcome every obstacle that came in the way of justice for his daughter. Will the father's hard work bring justice, or will he be defeated by the hands of oppression? Her fiancé, Leon, was an alcoholic and cruel man who began tormenting Ava after their marriage. Though they were married, love was nowhere to be found. Leon's drunken and abusive behavior turned Ava's life into a living hell. She suffered daily beatings and her dreams began to shatter. Will Ava be able to break free from the clutches of this tyrant, or will hope for love die out? Ava tried hard to find peace in this relationship, but Leon's behavior kept her deeply unhappy. She started to feel alone and helpless. The silence of wounds. Eva's patience is running thin. Levon's cruelty and harshness had pushed Eva's patience to the brink. The daily beatings and mental torment had shattered her from within. Every day she asked herself, is this life? Does she have no rights? Yet she did not give up. She tried to protect a shining light within herself, but that light was gradually dimming. Would Eva be able to take a bold step to save herself, or would she remain chained in the shackles of oppression? Eva's life was on a difficult path, where even after the darkest nights, no hope of light seemed visible. She struggled to awaken the strength inside her. The last limit, Eva's life at risk. Eva faced increasing cruelty every day, and her heart was broken. One day, when Levon was excessively intoxicated, he poisoned Eva. Her life was in danger, and she lost consciousness, but still a spark of hope to live remained in her heart. In her last attempt, she told the police the whole truth, risking her life. Will Eva overcome the poison, or is this the end of her story? These moments were the most fragile in Eva's struggle, a fight between life and death. Hope for justice. Eva's turn to the police. After being poisoned, Eva shared her story with the police and filed a complaint against the cruelty. She knew this step could change her life, but she was also afraid. Would she really get justice? Eva was innocent, but initially, the police mocked her. They failed to understand her distress and tried to snatch her rights. Would Eva's courage break under the police's oppression, or would she keep fighting for her rights? Despite the despair, a ray of light remained in Eva's heart, pushing her to fight for justice. Police oppression and Eva's struggle. The police's reaction to Eva's complaint hurt her hopes. Some didn't take her seriously and treated her harshly, but Eva didn't give up and kept fighting. She tried every possible way to get justice, but constant obstacles from the police turned it into another battle. Will Eva succeed in her struggle, or will the police's oppression break her? Eva kept a fire burning inside her, a fire that never let her surrender, no matter how hard the circumstances. A friend's support, Sina's help. When everyone abandoned Eva, a neighbor named Sina helped her. Sina took Eva to the hospital immediately after seeing her condition and informed her father. With Sina's help, Eva found courage, and seeing his wounded daughter, her father found even more strength. He realized they had to keep fighting. Will Sina's help bring a turning point in Eva's life, or will the hardships never end? Sina's presence rekindled hope in Eva and her father's hearts, but many challenges still lay ahead. With Sina's support, Eva's life saw a ray of hope. Sina not only took her to the hospital, but also supported her in every way. Her father, inspired by her strength, resolved to continue the fight. Sina assured Eva that she was not alone, and together they could fight this cruelty. Her words gave Eva some peace, though fear still lingered. Will Eva and her father succeed in their fight against oppression with Sina's help, or will this war prove even tougher? With renewed hope, Eva felt her pain lessen, but a long and difficult road lay ahead. Eva and her father, joined by Sina, reshaped the fight for justice. They raised their voices in every institution and never backed down, but everywhere they faced difficulties and opposition. The grip of cruelty tested their courage, but they remained steadfast and never gave up. Will Eva's struggle finally bring her justice, or will the walls of oppression remain a barrier? This fight was more than just a battle. It was a new hope for Eva's life, for which she and her father fought with all their strength. Breaking the silence, Eva's test of courage. Eva decided not to stay silent anymore. She raised her voice and stood up against cruelty. She began sharing her experiences publicly to seek justice not only for herself but for others as well. This courage brought many difficulties, but she knew it was necessary. Her father stood by her side, and together they tried to emerge from this dark phase. Will Eva's voice break down the walls of oppression, or will she be forced back into silence? This was the biggest test of Eva's life, where only her courage and determination could lead her to success. Truth's victory or defeat, a turning point in Eva's story. Eva bravely shared her truth in court, presenting her suffering openly, but she faced the barriers of the justice system, which often makes things difficult for victims. She knew speaking the truth wasn't easy, and she had much to lose in this fight. Yet, her hope was that truth would prevail. Will Eva's truth open the doors to justice, or will cruelty still dominate? This turning point tested Eva's courage at every step. Obstacles on the path to justice, Eva's ongoing struggle. Eva began fighting her case in court but faced many obstacles. Some people tried to disprove her claims and others tried to intimidate her, but Eva did not give up. She still had hope for justice and was putting all her energy into it. Will Eva overcome these hurdles and gain justice, or will the walls of oppression stop her? Her struggle was a long journey, with new battles at every step, but her courage never let her step back. Voice of the heart, Eva's final effort. Eva gathered all her strength and made her final plea in court. She asked for justice from the depths of her heart and shared her life story. All eyes, including those of the judge and lawyers, were on her, and many were moved by her words. But the battle was not over, and challenges still awaited. Will Eva's last effort earn her the justice she deserves? This moment was the most crucial in Eva's life, where the results of all her struggle would unfold. The verdict, a defining moment in Eva's fate. The court began announcing the verdict, and Eva's heart pounded. This decision was the most important moment of her life, deciding her fate. Eva's hopes and fears coexisted at this moment. She knew this decision could change her life. Will the court's verdict be in Eva's favor, or will it entangle her further in the chains of cruelty? This verdict could be a new beginning or a painful end, with every eye fixed on the court. New beginning or painful end. The court's decision. The court announced its decision. There was some hope for Eva, but also several setbacks. The path to justice was not as easy as she had hoped. Eva knew this decision could open a new chapter in her life, but many battles still awaited. Will Eva be able to shape this new beginning, or will old wounds hold her back? This decision was only a point in the journey. The real battle was still ongoing, and Eva had to fight harder for her life. A new journey in life, Eva's hopes and challenges. After the court decision, Eva's new journey began. She wanted to leave the past wounds behind and move forward, but the challenges weren't over. She resolved to complete her education and, along with her father, laid the foundation for a new life. But old wounds and memories continued to haunt her. Will Eva succeed in her new life, or will her past pain engulf her again? This was a new beginning for Eva, but life's tests were still on her path. Returning to education, Eva's new hopes. Eva decided to restart her education, knowing it could change her life. She took the path to university with new passion and determination. Along with education, she had to be strong in her personal life, as painful memories often troubled her. Will Eva improve her life through education, or will painful memories stop her? This new journey was filled with challenges and hopes, where she had to believe in herself. The fulfillment of dreams, light in Eva's life. Hard work and education gradually filled Eva's life with light. Despite her struggles, she began living her dreams and creating her identity. Her dedication gave her new courage, and her father felt proud of her achievements. Will Eva successfully complete this new chapter in her life? This was the happiest phase in Eva's life, where she saw the fruits of her labor. Freedom and peace, the beginning of Eva's new life. Finally, Eva left all her pain and struggles behind and started a new life. She gained her freedom and moved forward toward her dreams with full strength. Her story was not only about fighting cruelty, but also a symbol of hope, courage, and new life. Will Eva's new life give her the peace she had always sought? This was the final chapter, where Eva not only changed her life, but also became a beacon of light for others.